So let's jump into the Creativity Award, and rather than me slaughter this by trying to memorize this, I'm just going to read it to you. These were the criteria we used for giving the Creativity Award. The Creativity Award recognizes a company that has implemented an innovative solution to solve a challenging problem or to address a unique opportunity. Typically, the winner of this category takes bold steps in adopting a cutting-edge technology to facilitate an optimum result. In other cases, the winner has taken established technology and applied it creatively. Often the solution heightens the customer's experience and differentiates the company from the competition. So with that, let's roll the videos of the 3 finalists in the creativity category.
I'm Thomas Stubbs. I'm a director in global IT at the Coca-Cola Company. Yeah, the problem was seeded by a very simple sort of statement of need by some marketers. I have 15 different places to go to get the information I need to do my job, and it's not very efficient. One of the really important things to take away from Fusion is it doesn't replace any existing systems. What it does is augment and enhance them. It also lets you, based on what you pull into Fusion, use those apps, use that content, consume that content, interact with it on any number of devices, including iPads, iPhones, Blackberries, Android phones, the web. People use much more sophisticated technology at home than they do in the office. With Fusion, we sought to wrap the existing, in many ways, old-fashioned interfaces that you find in a lot of legacy systems, but also allow them to be used on any device, anywhere and anytime. By using a single framework, you get to create a very common look and feel across very disparate apps. With Fusion, everybody gets to rate the app. And you may have 2 apps that do similar things with the same underlying system, but the one with the best user interface or the one that renders the data the best will rise to the top of the Fusion App Store because it's the most used and it's the highest rated. One of the great things about Fusion is it allows you to build your workspace really to your spec. If a marketer needs a new dashboard or a new capability, he should be able to create it with a partner following the standard rules. After it's been deemed to be secure, it can go into the App Store. This has the potential to create a much bigger ecosystem than perhaps we're used to, and also some competitiveness within the App Stores, as there will likely be some overlap over time between capabilities from app to app. And we think that's a good thing, driving quality and more capable apps in the long run.
Hi, my name is Dennis Ferguson. I'm from NCR Corporation. I'm the Director of Workgroup Services. All of us have troubles in our daily work environment where your computer's down, your printer's down, your phone doesn't work, whatever the problem is. And most corporations' solution is to call somebody on a help desk line and stay online for a half hour or an hour or whatever, trying to describe what the problem is, trying to see the symptoms, trying different alternatives, and working with somebody who may or may not know exactly what you're experiencing or how to solve it. So what we've done is we've come up with 5 different ways to solve it. First, we've opened up a collaboration room. We allow you to post your problem and for peers to respond and resolve that interactively. The second thing is guided solution for the person, right? So if you don't want to put something out to the chat board and have people help and interact with folks, you could say, I have a problem, and you could say with a printer or with email or with a phone. You pick a category where your problem might be. And then up pops all the articles and all the knowledge information we have about those different solutions or different problems people have encountered in the past. If you can't figure out how to solve it with all the information we have on hand, we make it real easy for you to create an incident. And boom, our incident machine goes into work. If you have problems up front using our collaboration solution, if you have problems trying to figure out where to submit your incident, or if you submit it and you have more questions, we'll offer a chat alternative. And you can just open up a chat discussion with somebody at the other end as far as our help desk. Instead of waiting on the phone for half an hour, you can open up an instant chat session with somebody and say, hey, where is this? Or have you seen this before? Or how do I solve this problem? We're trying to change the game as far as providing people with an environment to evaluate issues, to solve problems, and to collaborate with each other. And if you can't do that, alternatives to tap out. So yes, the game has been changed, where we're changing the way we fill the funnel and optimize that type of solution to eliminating that type of an environment and providing people a similar solution to we experience in the consumer world.
My name is Brian Shield. I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Information Officer for the Weather Channel. Our Weather Channel social experience really was a strategic relationship between the Weather Channel and Twitter to bring together, two organizations, one that obviously brings weather and the second one that basically brings, viral communications between people to really kind of make weather sort of a really tremendous two-way experience for consumers. People talk about weather 200 times a minute. Literally about 1 week following the launch of Weather Channel Social with Twitter, an earthquake occurred near Alexandria, Virginia. That earthquake alone represented some 90,000 tweets that were received on the Weather Channel within the first hour. And what's fascinating about it is I could watch the Weather Channel, see commentary about sort of this earthquake that just occurred before I saw any sort of information occur on Google. Fascinating that social media is that viral, that spontaneous. And so as you take that same sort of experience and now compound it on a national basis, we've seen tremendous growth in sort of what this really means on our channel and on our platforms in terms of creating this really tremendous two-way experience where we allow consumers of the Weather Channel's products now to tweet from the Weather Channel into Twitter. So it becomes a very much of a two-way fashion. So what's really fascinating about sort of the evolution of this social media kind of experience that we've partnered with Twitter on is kind of where this can evolve relative to communicating with our subscribers. Or frankly, the Weather Channel sees itself in its mission really as informing the public, particularly during times of severe weather events. If you think of this as another tool, however, then allowing consumers to be able to effectively communicate something that's happening, so oftentimes, by the way, when there's no longer electricity in certain cases. So you may have a mobile phone, you may have some other type of device. The ability to be able to tweet, make that information available, and then see that information on the Weather Channel, and for us to be able to kind of help guide folks and leverage that information with many of the other partners that we have to really kind of help inform consumers about life and safety is really sort of a next logical step and something that we think will be a big part of the overall success of this new opportunity.
May I have the envelope, please? Thank you. All right, the suspense. By the way, if you're a winner, you have to pause up here to get your picture taken, all right? So. And the winner is the Weather Channel. I thought I saw Brian earlier. I thought I was going to get my picture taken with my hero out there. What happened?